Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris. In our Roma Galactica series, we are in the process of colonizing a new world, but also we are in the process of building up a new fleet at long last. Now we have a science ship with nothing to do out here. Let's go ahead and upgrade you. This science ship also has nothing to do. And we have a tropical world out here to colonize, so let's go ahead and queue that up right now. We need to add this to our territory as soon as possible. So this is going to be Whiter Tropicus. Awesome. We need to send Classis Missinensis out there to take care of those ancient mining drones, so let's go ahead and do that. And this, the RSS Remembrance, does not have Assist Research unlocked yet. Oh, that's a shame. I thought we did. Cyberx Refinery? We've been waiting on that for a bit, haven't we? Let's go ahead and, before we upgrade, let's put that to the front of the queue and take care of that. Because that's been sitting there for a while. This ship is building there. There's got to be more to do. Yeah, build those mining stations there. Mining stations, research stations. Very good. All right, so the first strike force is forming again. We're going to call this... What should we call it? Classis... You know what? Since Ravenna, the ancient city of Ravenna, which was a capital of the Western Roman Empire before it fell briefly after they moved it away from Rome, when Rome itself was in decline. Since Ravenna is on... we were talking last episode about this space right here, and whether it fits as a... whether it kind of matches up with the name of our new sector, Illyria. And because when you imagine this as the actual Italian peninsula, there was this, area of water and then a coastline that was referred to as Illyria. And if we go with that in general, Ravenna on the Italian coastline is like right here. So let's call this one of the other classic Praetorian fleets, I believe, which makes sense that we go with that for our second fleet. This is Classis Ravenus. How about that? We do need to assign a new leader to this fleet as well, so let's go ahead and recruit an admiral. Oh, perfect. We've already got a young admiral, Jasmine Sassani. Ship upkeep minus 10%. Let's recruit her. Admiral Jasmine. So we have 2 female fleet leaders, which I think is pretty badass.
Construction complete.
All right. So we've got 2 cruisers in this fleet right now. We need to add more. We've got the Trajan class cruiser. We were messing with these last episode. Let's queue up 2 more, and we have a new research project. Plasteel armor is done. That's excellent. Explosive weapon damage plus 15%. Cruiser assembly yards, also good. Minerals plus 5%, also good. Or nuclear missiles. You know what? Let's go for minerals plus 5%. Let's go ahead and upgrade Classis Missinensis.
Tile blocker cleared.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had them headed out this direction first.
Construction.
One thing at a time, Classis Missinensis. Sorry, my bad. Upgrade after the battle. So let's see our full-size fleet in action here. Wait a minute. Evidence has been found indicating that the Cyberx were mining helium-3 from ACR 8 using their orbital complex to refine the gas before distributing it as fuel to their roving space fleets. Interestingly, the energy signature of the antimatter weapon that destroyed the facility is distinctly Cyberx in origin. Why would they destroy their own refinery? An interesting find. Okay, so let's go ahead and slow things down a bit, and we're going to enjoy this combat sans interface. This is the peak condition of Classis Missinensis, going to take on some ancient mining drones. Just double checking the interface. Turning off the interface doesn't mean that things don't happen. When you hit Control F9,
Hostile fleet engaged.
yeah, so they're dying.
Situation log updated.
And now we're going to take on this station.
Engaged.
Station really doesn't have a lot of defenses.
Situation log updated.
Nice. All right, so that was it. And now let's go ahead and get you guys back. They didn't even take any damage. Holy crap, they don't need to be healed. So let's get you guys back to... You were hanging out at Sasha Rim, right? I want you right back where you were because that's going to reduce my upkeep for the time being. Sasha Rim Oceanum is perfect. upgrade there and just hang out. And then also, I need to send my science ship, which is right next door. Perfect. So you're going to survey that system. And then here's another thing that I wanted to point out that I learned recently. So if you click survey, it opens up. I was under the impression the way that this worked was that you had to click the button and click system and click the button and click system. No, it opens up a mode to where you can shift click like so. Isn't this beautiful? If you didn't know this, you're welcome. And thank you to the commenter who pointed this out to me, because I had no idea. And it's so much faster, as the commenter pointed out, than using the context menu and right-clicking each time. So much faster. Like I said, I've been playing a lot of Stellaris and enjoying it. All right, so let's get back out here because I need to, speaking of that, let's go ahead and use that variability right here. Whoa, hello. There we go. Maybe I right-clicked by accident. Not exactly going in ideal order here, but that's fine. Okay, it looks like the Polysimus Order is expanding in this direction, which is unfortunate, but there wasn't really anything in this area more that needed to be looked into more. Oh, also, holy crap. Now that Pilgrim is established, Pilgrim Continentum, we need to add this to... If this happened last episode, you guys are probably screaming at me. All right, let's do that. There, that'll improve our income as well. Duh. Also looks like Medgar is in our territory now, so we need to... a system called Medgar. That's one letter off from being a great Final Fantasy reference. Ooh, we've encountered another empire, this time the Kingdom of Yonderim. Divine Empire... Uh-oh. Alright, they're over here at least, but they're evangelizing zealots. They're authoritarian, fanatic spiritualist. You'll find yourself no match for us, Yondar. Let's go ahead and start talking a little bit more trash. We are Rome, in fact. Okay, so our technology is inferior to theirs, but their naval capacity is inferior to ours. So they close their borders to us. Let's return the favor. We might have a rival soon. I think we already have one. We also have a new research project we need to install here. Good, we have access to the new power plants, and... so much going on. Okay, I do need to get automatic exploration unlocked, but better shields would be good too. Better... Ooh, I also need better physics research. Let's go for that first. I need that more than anything, because our physics research is still lagging behind. It's getting better, but it's still behind everything else. Kinetic weapon damage plus 5%, that's still tempting. Robots are tempting. That's an entirely new path of research that is important from a story aspect. Energy weapon damage plus 50%. Let's go for afterburners first, just for the extra engines. And
System survey complete.
we also have a good amount of...
Debris
Bruno Quadrini died. All right, what do we have here? Greetings, humans. We understand that your empire has come into possession of a cache of data containing the brain scans of an... Ooh, interesting! Of an extinct species taken from the very world they once inhabited. Even though your species is still too primitive to utilize this data, we laud your efforts in preserving this last remnant of a once vibrant civilization. As part of our efforts to conserve and catalog endangered species in our Endangered Species Preserve, we wish to take this data and use our cloning technologies to bring a small number of this species back to life. Will you share it with us so we can fulfill our last wish together? So... Let's do this for them. I didn't like the idea of giving Roman citizens to them, but we'll make a copy for them. So some of you pointed out in comments in response to my previous response to them when they asked for Roman citizens, some of you pointed out that maybe wasn't the best thing to do because you can, in fact, win a lot of favor. Oh yeah, okay, so Bruno Quadrini died. Let's hang on, I'll come back to that thought. Yeah, let's go ahead and just have Abla. All right, so Bruno Quadrini has passed away, but Abla Skosana has passed away, or has is our new recruit, if I could talk. Research speed plus 5%, survey speed plus 10, and anomaly research speed plus 15. Let's definitely go with that. And we need to renew those survey orders. Did it again. What's going on there? And she's going to get lots of experience from this because she's particularly good at what I'm telling her to do. Okay, that's as far as I can send her. Evidently, you can't send too many orders in a row there. Interesting. We no longer see any reason to keep you locked out of our territory. Our borders are open to you again. Okay, good. So the Theclac Forerunners have opened their borders to us. Their borders are closed to the Tendrakians. So hopefully the Tendrakians are losing favor with them. All right, let's also... We need to add to Magna Graecia. We need to add this new sector. And also looks like a few others. Yeah. Very, very good. Okay, we've got some money now. Let's go ahead and continue building up Classis Ravenus. We just need 5 more cruisers, which I think we have the money for now. So, and we can now build battleships. 3, 4, 5. Now, I think since I've got a fleet at Sasharim, I think any ships that I build at Sasharim, the way this works, it's kind of annoying. They will automatically join Classis Missinensis, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. One option that I have is I could briefly move them away. Actually, no. Oh, damn. Okay. I was going to test it to see if that's what would happen. But, okay, so those are our cruisers. Now I need destroyers. And then we'll build battleships last, because we need to customize those too. Let's go ahead and look at our custom destroyer design. Ship designer hotkey is F10. Need to remember that. All right, Justinian class destroyer. Now the auto best has shields in these 2 slots, so let's do that as well. And then let's also put in regenerative hull tissue for obvious reasons. We have a power deficiency, so let's replace one of the small armors with the small fusion reactor, and that'll help a little bit. We still have a power deficiency though. One thing I could potentially do in this situation to lower the cost of the ship is put in a smaller reactor. That makes the cost 336 versus what? 346. That's not that big of a difference. See, I'm starting to figure stuff out. All right, and meanwhile we have the picket ship. I like the fact that these are point defense ships by default. We do need some ships in our fleet with point defense, so let's keep the destroyers as picket ships as default. We have the option of making them gunships. But for now, I'm going to keep it as is. Again, I'm just baby steps. We're gonna work through this bit by bit as I kind of learn more about the ship customization system. So we need 20 destroyers, Justinian class destroyers. So let's queue up a few at a time. And here we're building something at Sasharim again, so this would be our chance to see if they automatically join Classis Missinensis instead. They shouldn't, because Classis Missinensis is turned off as a, oh, what do we have? It's turned off as a rally point. All right, so Pilgrim Continentum has an asteroid coming towards it. Let's fix that, shall we?
Construction complete.
Okay, what's going on here? I'm going to bring this construction ship over here and have them start building stations. All right, don't quite have the money for it. Oh, those are out of our... No, it's not a money thing. Those are out of our boundaries. But that's not. Improve that. Good. Our new scientist is already leveling up, getting even stronger. Classis Ravenus is now 10 cruisers strong and 5 destroyers strong. So let's go ahead and build a few more. 2 research project finish at once. Nice. Afterburners done. Plasma thrusters is tempting. Faster ships is... I mean, if you guys have watched me play Master of Orion, you know I'm always about my faster ships sooner. Let's go for Durasteel first, though. I want better armor. And then a habitability boost is probably the best thing to go for here. Yeah, let's do that. Access to more planets sooner. Alright, so Classis Missinensis has arrived and is taking care of the asteroid, and we get 1,000 minerals to boot. Let's go ahead and upgrade you and then send you back to Sassarim Oceanum. Actually, let's have you just upgrade there. How about that? All right, now we were going to build more destroyers, weren't we? So 1, 2, especially since we have more minerals to do it with. 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's just keep going. 6, Just making sure I have my engineering bay, which I do. So Justinian class. So that's 7. 8. 9. 10. Perfect. So building up this navy, we're approaching our cap now, but we should... Yeah, their tech level is still superior to ours, which kind of pisses me off, to tell you the truth. But any upgrades here? Yeah, can definitely upgrade this. So this is a planet modifier, but it's upgrading to an auto-curating vault, which is going to give us an empire-wide unity boost. So we're going to see this go up very soon to hopefully much more than 54, but at the very least it'll be closer to 60. All right, let's go for a basic science lab there. Improve that. Oh wow, lots of improvements to be made here. All right, we're going to build a basic science lab on that tile most likely, unless we purchase an art monument, which is also kind of tempting. But I need the physics lab more than anything, so I'm going to stay focused on that for now. Let's do a physics lab here, and we'll unpause so we get a little bit more resources.
System survey complete.
I know I paused the game a lot. It's instinct right now, given that I have a neighbor that is still making me a little nervous. Anytime I have to make a decision, I don't want to sit and be thinking while time is passing. It's a waste of time. Let's research that. Okay. So those are being improved. That's still out of our territory, even though it looks like it's not. It totally is. All right, we have 15 destroyers in that fleet now. So we need to have a few more. Let's go ahead and do 1, 2, no, not a cruiser. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Those are our 20 destroyers. And we'll do 20 corvettes there as well. We're actually doing okay income-wise. Oh, what do we have? Nice! They just gave me planetary shields. Human, we've observed your lack of technological progress with concern. At your current pace, we fear you will never reach your true potential before you wipe yourselves out or are conquered by a more advanced species. In order to help you along, we will transfer a data cache of Thek clock scientific knowledge. You will no longer find its contents, or you will no doubt find its contents to be of invaluable worth to your empire. We graciously accept. Planetary shield generator. Not bad at all.
Construction complete.
That's a win. Let's also do a few more upgrades over here. This needs to be a research center. Our economy is in much better shape than it was just a few episodes ago. And also we're going to be producing more unity, which means more traditions, which means more ascension perks. You know, as much as Utopia is kind of a, let's go for a mineral processing plan here. As much as Utopia is kind of an endgame expansion with the kinds of things that it changes, I really have to say that I think it makes, with the Ascension perks, it makes the beginning of the game more interesting too. It definitely gives you more decisions early on. All right, level 2 physics lab, very nice. Ooh, sentient AI is an option. This is a dangerous technology. It'll give me plus 10% research speed, but it can have negative repercussions. For now, rather than go for that, let me actually go for satramine refining, so just because that'll improve the governing ethics attraction. So our core factions governing ethics will be more attractive, and it will make it a little bit harder for the Roman Empire to splinter. We do have terraforming liquids thanks to our deal with the Tendrakians, which I find so interesting that we're actually trading with them. Eventually, we're going to be at war with them.
Ships upgraded. System survey.
Are we down one destroyer? Did I not click? Okay. Need one more destroyer. Oh, hey, look there. There's a world. I think I'd seen that before. Oh, here we go. Since this is, I always love when this happens. Since our initial settlement of Whiter Tropicus, several anomalies in the planet's biosphere have been discovered. The ecosystem is unstable and has not been developed according to projected models for a world of this type. Our scientists suspect outside tampering, and these suspicions have now been confirmed. A few of our colonists have stumbled upon a large, underground terraforming complex that was built thousands of years ago. The equipment was apparently deactivated in the middle of the terraforming process, leaving the planet's biosphere in its current unfinished state. If we supply enough power, we should be able to reactivate the machinery. There is no telling what the end result will be like. However. They should just cut off like. Who could have built this? So this is a dice roll. I have had this go both ways. In a game that I was playing yesterday, I had this go the best way possible. I also had it, in a previous game, I had it ruin the planet and kill all my colonists. Like methane gas death. It terraformed the planet into a world that was more methane friendly. So this can go both ways, but we could get a very nice planet out of it. How many population do I have on Wider Tropicus? It's a new colony. It would be a real shame, but we could always re-terraform it later. I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to roll the dice, because I think it would be cool if we got it. So it's going to cost 200 society research. It's going to take 2 months. We're going to resume the process. Cross your fingers. We're going to find out in just a couple seconds.
Construction complete. Special project complete.
The aborted terraforming process on Wider Tropicus has finally been completed. After seeding the atmosphere with billions of nanites, the alien bioengineering machinery has significantly altered conditions on the planet's surface. The ecosystem and climate have both stabilized, and a new alien biota adapted to this climate has been introduced. As luck would have it, the planet is now a veritable paradise for humans. The new climate appears more suited to our kind than that of Earth itself. Wow. So we've got a Gaia world now. That's why I rolled that dice. So this is also going to give us plus 20% happiness on that world. Wow. Holy crap. That's fantastic news. Okay. So that happened. And that's really going to help our economy, especially in Magna Graecia. All right, this looks like it's within our territory now, so let's, yeah, we got some stuff to do. Again, I love the new mode. And by the way, you can always just hold down Alt and it pops up the classic display anytime without you having to turn it on and off. See, I'm holding down Alt and it just turns it on and off like that. It's amazing. All right, no new planets in this direction yet, but it looks like there is the artisan troop, who we've already contacted. So I'm kind of tempted. We could get more unity if we commissioned an art piece to put on one of our worlds. But I feel like I'm okay with Unity. Oh, our auto-curating vault kicked in. Look at our Unity now. It's plus 69. Not bad at all. All right, we need to build our... Yeah, we did have a destroyer join. That's what happened. That's what happened with the last destroyer. It joined Classis Missinensis, just like I'd been talking about. So I'm just going to leave that destroyer with Classis Missinensis. They've got an extra. I don't like having a sense of imbalance, but that's how that happens. So maybe I'll avoid building on Sasharim as long as there's a fleet in orbit there. But let's go ahead and queue up some Aurelius class corvettes. And also, let me double check and make sure ship designer's F10. Do I have all of my current battle or blueprints that I'm doing on auto upgrade? Yes, I do. I also can finally build battleships. So let's create a new battleship. Let's see. We're not going to do a hangar. I want to have an artillery bow, because eventually I want the ability to have extra large weapons, and that comes, I think, with the artillery bow. And then the broadside core, hangar core, carrier core. I don't have any carrier ships yet. It'd be cool to have carriers, and it still has 6 large weapons, no, those are utility slots. So weapon slots, it doesn't have a lot. But it has artillery on the front. You know what? Let's go for that. Let's go for the carrier core. And then let's do... For the broadside stern, I like the idea of having 2 medium weapon slots just to kind of help me... Well, or do I like artillery? Yeah, let's go for the broadside, just to have a decent mix. Now, for the advanced railgun... That's what we want. Now for point defense. And I could do Amoeba Flagella. 16 to 24. Oh, wow. Holy crap. These use more power, but they do a lot more damage than Scout Wings. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we're going to use the Flagella. I'm glad I researched those. So we're going to have little baby space amoebas fighting for us. Let's do that. And then down here we have... Now, I think I want to put some fusion reactors in there for the large slots. We're going to do regenerative hull tissue for the auxiliary stuff. Afterburners, I don't need. I'd rather the ships be able to regenerate as much as possible. Now, improved deflectors. Okay. Definitely going to need to build in a lot of power here. Now, I also need plasteel armor. This doesn't take up power, but it does give the ship hit points. So no, I actually don't need that anymore. More shields or more armor? That's the question. I like the idea of more shields for battleships, personally. Yeah, let's go with that. This is the, what were we going to go with? Augustus class. So we're going to auto upgrade this. And there we go. The Augustus class battle cruiser. Or battleship, anyway. So let's take another look at it. I've got the Augustus class down here. The Tempest actually uses a pretty similar layout. I am kind of flattered by that. So I've designed something very similar to the Autobest, just automatically. That makes me feel pretty good about how I understand the system. But again, I'm not ruling out comments. You guys let me know what you would like to see, or just what your thoughts are on how that is looking so far. So, battleship. Yeah, let's go ahead and build a few of these. I can only build a few at a time. We're going to have these join Classis Ravenus. Actually, I need to have some in Classis Missinensis. But this is finally going to elevate us above the Tendrakians in terms of our ability and our fleet skill. We might already be there. Let's have a look. No, their tech is still superior. I knew that, but their fleet power is still equivalent to ours as well. So we need to make sure we continue to do well in that regard.
Construction complete.
And don't lose track of that. Time for some planetary upgrades. Shadowplay, nice. Gonna go for physics. I'm gonna go really, really hard on physics until that's balanced out more. Let's go for the Autochton monument here. New tradition, perfect. That couldn't have come at a better time since we're about to end the episode. Yep, improving physics labs there. So our physics research is going to start catching up as of right now. For those of you who have been concerned about that, it's going to start balancing out right now. And here's another research node for us to improve. Let's improve this with a physics lab. Let's improve this with a basic science lab when we have the money for it. Come on, money, money, money. There. And then Core Oceanum. Is this planet not growing? What's going on here? I might actually raise the food cap pretty soon as well. Oh, nice. We're going to get a new Ascension perk. So now this is going to give us additional unity for every energy grid and energy nexus we have. So watch this. So now up to plus 90 unity, and we have access... Pause, damn it. We have access to a new Ascension perk. One of the small moonlets orbiting this gas giant has been identified as a promising mining site. A more thorough survey will have to be conducted to determine whether a mining operation would be feasible or not. Well, then research it. All right, so our first Ascension perk was Technological Ascendancy, so we get the plus 10 research. Now we could go for Interstellar Dominion. We could go for One Vision. This would improve our border range. We could go for One Vision, which would improve our governing ethics attraction, excuse me. I don't think I'll be able to talk for the entirety of this series, no matter how much sleep I've got, no matter how well I've eaten. It's just not possible. Anyway, this would also improve our unity output again, so we're going to get more traditions faster. Mastery of Nature, clear blocker class minus 100%, and then, of course, Imperial Prerogative. Now, remember, what I said about this initially was incorrect. I was thinking like a Civ player. For those of you who might have missed my explanation earlier in the series, but heard my original explanation before I corrected myself, the cost is reduced, but the time it takes to clear blockers is not. So it still takes time. It's really, really cheap. It's free, in fact. I'm kind of tempted to go for one vision. Again, just to make sure that the Roman Empire never fractions or fractures in any way. And plus we get the plus 10% unity output. It's going to be 72 months before we get another one, but once I click this, it'll be... Our monthly gain is 90.18. Yeah, let's go for one vision. Yeah, 97.88. Not bad at all. All right, now it's 66 months away until we have our new one. So that's like 6 years until we get another tradition. Not bad at all. Still haven't discovered anything up here that can be colonized. And also the borders here aren't quite touching yet, so... We also have a lot of influence. Hang on, let's take a look at that real quick before I cut the episode. I could do information quarantine to further improve the governing ethics attraction as my empire grows. Encourage free thought, I could do that too, which reduces governing ethics attraction but improves research speed in general. I could do map the stars, which would improve survey speed and improve anomaly discovery chance. Why don't I do that? Let's do map the stars, first and foremost. And you know what? Screw it. Let's do information quarantine too. We've got enough influence right now to where it's that's only going to affect our future income. And then let's see about maybe spending some before I cut this episode. I know this episode's running a little bit long, but now that we're at the end here, I'm looking at that thinking that I need to do something with it. So the governing ethics attraction on Earth could be improved by 20%. Farming subsidies plus 25%. Migration attraction, capacity overload. And then are there, I'm curious. All right, there aren't sector edicts that I can set up. Sector income's doing fine for both of these. This is great. Tell you what, I'm actually going to set both of these down to minimal contribution so they can focus more on internal growth. It'll help them improve faster. Okay, well, we're 32 minutes in, so I'm not going to sit here and think too hard about what to do with this, but at the beginning of the next episode, I'm probably going to spend some time thinking about what to do with all that influence I've got stored up. Because right now, there are no more worlds to colonize, and I've got plenty to spend, and people have been generally telling me that for a lot of the series, like, hey, you should probably spend some of your influence. So I definitely will. We just need to figure out what to do, and I'll spend the beginning of the next episode thinking about what to do there. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New science fiction, simulation, and or survival content airs every single day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, including this series. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.